Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I am Pastor Joe Fox. This video is going to be on 5 things you should do while you still can. Bum, bum, bum. I'm probably going to eventually put this video up on YouTube because YouTube likes the lists, but you get it first. Hey, YouTube, we do videos almost every day on Patreon. I put up excerpts from my novels. I put up written, like blog posts, but where we dive deeper into things that we discuss on the videos. I put up things from around the internet and the news that interest me that I think will interest you. It costs at the base level $1 a month, 3 cents a day. You should come check us out for 1 month, and if you hate it, you lost $1. You can find $1 sitting on the curb. Unless you're in someplace like San Francisco or Portland with a really high homeless rate, and then you won't find any change anywhere, yo. So come check us out. I'll put a link down below how you can find us on Patreon, and ask anybody who's on Patreon. They're glad they came. I get the comment. We get the comment weekly. I wish I'd joined sooner. That's true statement. All right. 5 things you should do now. Now, you're not supposed to, one is not supposed to tell other adults what they should do, but what I have found is that's my style, and really you should do these things. So, number 1, I've got them listed right here. Number 1 thing that you should do while you still can is go ahead and run your out-of-state bug-out routes. Meaning, if your bug-out location, or one of them, is out of state, across state lines, you should be running those routes now. When I say running those routes, I'm talking about driving those routes. Go primary, alternate, contingency, emergency routes, check them out, make a note of any, choke points, potential choke points, problem areas. When you identify those, figure out how you're going to get around them or deal with them, that kind of thing. But here's what I think. I think there could be a bigger lockdown coming than we had last time, and they may forbid you to cross state lines, certainly some state lines. So if you have routes to bug out locations that are in other states, I suggest you run them. Along those lines, sure, go ahead and run the interstate, because they may not block the state route, right? So take the fastest way there, but pick some backcountry roads. They can't man every state crossing point. Think about that. All right, so that's number 1. Run your out-of-state bug-out routes. Number 2, it continues to amaze. Well, I'll just tell you what it is. 0, receive training and practice with your toys. It continues to amaze me how many people own toys that they have not zeroed. What? Go zero your toy while you still can. Why do I say while you still can? It's a signature at the governor or presidential level that says no more playing with your toys. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's that quick. And then they're typically very loud, which means you're just not going to be able to do it because Karen will call the popo on you and they will come get you and your toys. So number 1, 0 them. Number 2, go get some training. I am talking professional training. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm not giving professional training to the public anymore, but there are people out there who do. There is somebody within range of you to do that. Yes, it's going to cost you money. Have you seen the prices of ammo now? Oops. Toy accessories now. Have you seen the prices and the availability, lack thereof? But you can still do it if you want to, and you need to get trained because your window of opportunity for these things could be closing. And then you need to practice. It does no good to practice if you haven't been trained. You're just reinforcing bad habits, which makes you harder to train. It's why women are typically easier to train to use toys than men, because women grew up playing with different toys until they become adults, and then they're like, okay, I'll try this thing, whereas men think they got it all figured out. Plus we have ego and testosterone, and you're not the boss of me and you can't tell me what to do, and I'll look uncool if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, so 0, receive training and then practice with your toys. That's number 2. Number 3, oh, and most of these things have nothing to do with buying stuff. I mean, there are buying things that kind of weave through there, just like the toys. You're going to have to spend money. Matter of fact, everything takes money. But this one does require some money. What do you still need to build? Because number 3, go build the things you need to build, or at least secure the materials. What I have found is that when one buys the materials to build, let's say, the woodshed. I want to build another woodshed because winter's coming. We may have to heat our house mostly with wood because things are going to fall apart. So I need another woodshed. If you just buy the materials and just lay them around, they start deteriorating. Unless you have a covered place to keep your materials, you should probably buy it and then do the project. And now is good building weather. They call it construction season, summertime for a reason. But if you're going to build sheds, if you're going to build, wood shed or a tool shed or a garden shed or whatever, if you're going to build a little cabin, it's a shed now, but it's going to convert into a cabin when Aunt Millie and her 3 teenagers show up, whatever. Wood, lumber is getting hard and hard to find and expensive. It's not going to get any better. And so if you have some building projects to do, go plan them out. Go get the wood and build them. There are so many of you out there, especially in YouTube land, but even here on Patreon, who don't know how to build. Ladies and gentlemen, Vikings everywhere, it is not that hard, okay? It's not that hard to build. When I started to build this house, I had 0 construction experience. Neither did Sister Kate, and she and I built most of this house. It's not done perfectly. There were mistakes made, but we have a house, and it keeps us warm and dry and cool. Think about it. There are books, there are internet things, there's YouTube videos you can build. And building a simple shed, there's probably 1,000 YouTube videos on that. It's a great place to start. Framing up walls, framing up windows. It helps immensely if you can find someone or someones to help you through the parts of building, but you really need to build yourself. You have to get good at this. It's a life skill that I didn't have until I became, well into my adult years, like 50. I did not know how to properly hold a hammer when I started building this house. I had a woman come by on a 4-wheeler, started laughing at me. "Joe, that's not the way you hold a hammer." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She showed me. Oh yeah, there's stuff to learn. But learn you can. Learn you can. And so learn how to build. And if you want to build something, extra sheds, extra buildings, what else did I write down here? Cabin, a pen for your chickens that you're going to start raising because you can't get meat at the grocery store anymore, that kind of thing. Get the materials now and go ahead and build it now. Yeah, get to work. You have long days now. It's still summertime, right? All right, so that's number 3. Number 1 was run your out-of-state bug-out routes. Number 2 was get very familiar with your toys. Number 3 is build your sheds, pens, cabins. Number 4, COVID has kind of lightened up in a lot of places. Whether it's real or not doesn't matter, gang. The restrictions have lightened up in a lot of places. Still got to wear a mask. But now you can go to the dentist again in most places. If you have any dental work that you need done, you need to go get it done. Go get it done now. You don't want to roll into some kind of long-term emergency crisis problem area and all of a sudden have an abscessed tooth. That can kill you, actually. So get your teeth worked on. Get them fixed. And for those of you who wear glasses, like I did forever, did I wear glasses from the time I was in like 7th grade or something until just a couple years ago, I highly recommend you get your eyes cut. I have 2015 now. I had something like 2400. Oh yeah, I had terrible vision. Take my glasses off, I couldn't tell who you were this far away. And now I can see like all kinds of stuff. It feels to me, because I spent my whole life when I didn't have glasses on basically seeing a blur, it feels to me like I'm Superman vision. I can just see all kinds of stuff, and it's amazing, and it was worth the money. I had PRK. I've got videos on that. You can go back and look why I chose PRK, but my daughter has had LASIK and loves it. Not being dependent on glasses is a thing, but if you are dependent on glasses, go get more. Zenni Optical. That's who I used forever when I had to wear glasses. ZENNI.com, I think. Yeah, they're made in China. Yeah, it takes a couple weeks to get your glasses, but you can get any kind of glasses for almost no money. So you can buy 5, 6, 7, 8 pair, and you plug in your own prescription. So yeah, I need to go buy some more reading glasses. It is difficult. See, I can read my notes right here, but it is difficult for me to read without reading glasses. So I'm just going to go to China Mart and buy like 3 3-packs, you know. Anyway, get your dental work in your eyes done. You should do that now. Like, you should get done watching this video, make an appointment. And then, of course, if you have any medical conditions, get those dealt with now. Get those dealt with, but you should have already done that. But teeth and eyes, people seem to put that off. Okay, so number 1, the 5 things you should do while you still can. Run your out-of-state bug-out routes. Number 2, 0, receive training and start practicing with your toys. Number 3, build any sheds, pens, cabins that you think you need. And if you're just not going to build them, shame on you, then go ahead and buy them and have them delivered now. Because again, wood is getting scarce, it's getting hard to get, and the availability of those pre-built cabins is going to go away too. Number 4, get your dental work, your eyes, and indeed medical things taken care of. Get that done now while you still can and run around. And then the last one, number 5, something I hit on a lot, get in shape. Get in the best shape you can. I'm working at it. I am far from perfect, but I am working at it. And you should be working at it too. You should have a conscious effort to get stronger, faster, more flexible, quicker, more endurance, all that stuff. Because, why? When the crisis happens, when the event occurs, it's game on, baby. And what you have is what you have. I'm telling you, after that event, you're not going to start lifting weights and running. But you may have to run during that event, and you may have to move something really heavy, or die, or see somebody else die. So the time to get ready for when you need physicality, man, is right now. And so start doing something. As I said a week or so ago, I'm an old school soldier. You do you, boo. I don't care what you do, as long as you go out there and get fitter. Get stronger, get faster, have more endurance, more flexible, all the things. I like push-ups, sit-ups, and running. It's what I did. I like carrying a ruck a couple times a week. Usually I do only get once. I try twice, but I get it about once. But I like doing that, carrying heavy things. That's just for PT. Get your heart rate going, get your breath going, get sweaty. All those people who say, oh, I do that on the farm. You don't do it at intensity on your farm. You are not going... which you need to be. If you're not in super fitness, none of you are, go see a doctor first. That's my disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a health expert, but you should get fit. If you can't do push-ups now, do them against a wall. If you can't do sit-ups now, start doing bend over and get as far down to your toes as you can and stand up. Start working that body. You want that machine finely tuned. All right, I hope that those 5 things help you. I hope you were taking notes, and I hope you do more than just munch on another Dorito and sip some Diet Coke. I hope you actually start doing stuff. Time could be short. I will see you out there. Keep calm and Viking on.